That right, like the young kids, they're looking at social media.
Yeah.
They're looking at everything, and I don't want to say it, but it's true. You know, social media is becoming their news outlet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To where
exactly
their favorite people or the people that they follow is influencing their mindset to vote. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
social media is the new propaganda.
Yeah, that's where they're getting all their information and all their news and that's how they're influenced. Just like, well, back in the day it was a newspaper, I guess, right? And now no one waits for their newspaper.
TV commercials, newspaper, magazines. Yeah.
But see, well, like newspapers, right? You have your local newspaper.
Yeah.
You have an individual, like a journalist who is writing it.
Yeah, a professional.
A professional that's done the research.
Yeah.
Because influencers, they're not looking at the news; they're looking at other influencers.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just going to trickle down.
And that's I guess that's the difference, and that's the bad part about social media is that anyone can go on there, make a fake account, and put all this fake news,
That's what was happening in 2006. I mean, 2016.
Yeah.
You know, I got the IG, the guy, some guy named Michael Wiersky, who won the lottery, and it's this scam going on. So on IG, he,
the one that you messaged.
Yeah,
the one that you messaged.
The one I messaged because he came on.
Oh man,
He started following the Islanders View.
He did?
Yeah, the Islanders View. So
bro,
he started following the Islanders.
That's gonna affect all of us, bro.
He just followed it. No, he just followed it, and then I, sent him a message. And he sent a message that, hey, I won the lottery. Are you ready to? I'm giving away $50,000. Do you want to receive it?
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, please.
Yes, please.
And then he sends another text, a message, and he says, I just need your name and your address, and your phone number. And
what did you say?
No, of course I didn't answer. I
would have said, "Can I have yours?"
No, I Googled it. I looked it up. Of course, every time I see something like that, I Google it to see if it's a scam. And sure enough, it is a scam. This guy goes around like getting all this information for polling purposes. For I guess for different campaigns. I guess they're getting names and phone numbers so they can sell it to these people who for the election, so they can call you and then ask you like, hey, who you voting for and all that.
That's crazy.
That's what they sell your information to. So he said, if you ever see those scams, don't get like caught up in those scams, but don't release your information. But me, I'm a veteran. When emails first started, I don't know if you guys remember Prince Shabazz from Nigeria, who was looking for money back in the day.
That's the one that's
Prince Shabazz from Nigeria. Said,
you were the next of kin.
No, he said like, hey, I got $5 million. I just need a deposit to help me get the money out, and then I'll give you half of it or something.
Player, no.
Said send me $500,
bro. It's not player, it's playa.
Playa.
No. So yeah, but I remember those scams when we first got our emails, and we used to get scammed all the time. But I never fell for that. But when I worked for Walmart, we had a lot of people would come in and have money orders that they'd be sending, and we were trained to tell people like, don't send money to Prince Shabazz.
Really?
Are you serious? Really?
Yeah.
Like specifically that dude?
Yeah, not but it was like a lot of scams would be there where they people would send money orders or make money orders.
That is crazy.
All kind of scams where they try to get you. So I'm a veteran. I know this stuff, but
I know this.
But I also will not ever turn away. Dude, you want $50,000? Yes, please.
Dude, so
when they ask me for other stuff, then I'm like, no.
You just want to test the waters. You put your toes in first. You put your toes in first. It's getting.
Could it be real?
It's getting deeper.
Could this be the one?
It's not
Could this be the one?
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Put your life jacket on.
That's why I buy lottery tickets every week, because I believe it's going to hit.
Oh, man.
So someone told me one time that if you, the saying, right? Find a penny, pick it up.
Yeah.
But if it's tails up, you don't, because it's bad luck.
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be heads up, yeah.
Yeah, it has to be heads up. So
if it's in tails, it's bad luck.
So what you do is you flip it to head, so the next
person.
Yeah, to get the good luck.
So you pay it forward.
I don't
know, bro.
Pay it forward.
I don't know about that stuff.
I don't know. No,
we in coronavirus mode. We don't touch the
You
penny.
flip it on the heads, go around the block, come back and pick it up.
You tell your wife or your girlfriend, pick that up.
You like post it on IG. Yo, guys, I just flipped over a penny.
I just flipped over a penny on
over here on the corner of you.
over on Jackson and
I want half.
and 23rd.
Yeah.
I want half. Yeah,
But,
man, it's wild with how.
But what's that say about society that, a lot of these people, listen to these influencers? What does that say about us? That we listen to these influencers. These influencers are popular because we're giving them a platform. What does that say
well,
about
the thing
us?
is the thing is money's evil, right? So like, that's what they use to their advantage. Everybody's hoping to get, rich quick. It's just almost human nature. Like, especially if you're struggling, right? So that's their victim, or that's the person they're aiming for. People that are struggling, people are looking to get rich quick, get that money. So when they see that opportunity, right, they bite. Yeah. And that's what's crazy, that people are willing to just take advantage of people like that.
Yeah.
Like that is so.
We have a sad mentality when it comes to that. I mean, that's why, predator lending is so, prevalent, because people, they say, oh, we'll lend you $100, and then in the fine print, you have to owe them, you pay back $600.
Yeah.
Like, what the?
Before I went to the military, right, that was like one of the things that my dad said, right? Like, he said, whatever you do not get a payday loan.
Yeah.
Do not.
Let's tell our listeners and viewers, whatever you do, do not get a payday loan.
Never.
These are facts. We are spitting from the Islanders' view. Learn from us.
Dude, learn from our mistakes.
Yeah. Like, don't do it.
It's crazy because, like you said, if you are in a bind, and you go to that payday loan place, you see the money, like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna sign that. Boom.
Yeah.
Speak your truth.
And then you pay it off because it was $200.
Yeah.
And then they continue to bill you. Oh, you still owe us $600.
Yeah.
Because it's a 355% upcharge. How?
Oh, it's right here in the fine print that we sent to you in the 30th email.
and it's the smallest fine print. Like, you have to like.
It was the 30th email that we sent to you. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Don't do it, guys.
This is the phone. Your phone is literally in your hand. You get notifications constantly.
Yeah.
Even if it's, I mean, I guess all of us do it, right? You wake up in the morning, you turn your alarm off if you use your phone as your alarm, and the first thing you see is, if you have a news outlet as your app, is boom, and it pops up no matter what.
Yeah.
And it's the first thing you see.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure kids nowadays, they have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is, and it's always their notifications. And just like you said, we've been through our rounds, we've been through our time, so we kind of see it, we know what's right and wrong. But the kids nowadays, they look at it and it's like, okay, I believe what they're saying because I look up to them.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, look at what's crazy is that, we started this podcast, right? And we're on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And TJ's daughters, Joselle, like all my nieces and my daughter and my son, like just the fact that you can look us up on YouTube and we're on TV, they think we're famous. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that is so cute in my mind, right?
Yeah.
But that's how some of these people on social media are just taking advantage of kids.
Yeah.
Because they know that the kids are like, oh wow, they're on TV. We need to listen to this. We need to listen to every word they say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's where they get them, because it's like, you can look it up and we're there, and they're just like, oh wow,
Yeah.
And that's why, I mean, we went through our rounds back in the day, but it was different. Now the platform's even bigger.
Yeah. But see, like,
and there's a lot more platforms.
At the age of 18, when you're able to vote,
yeah,
up until what, 25, 26, your mind is still in that stage of growth.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're gonna learn.
No, 18 to 60.
So your mind's still growing?
My mind's still growing.
I mean, you do have a big head, so you got a lot of room in that.
I don't feel today what I felt yesterday. Like, you know, it's always I'm always ever changing. Like I always tell my wife, like, whatever I say, whatever I do is not written in stone. I don't have these habits that I pick up, or once I say something, it's law. If I say something and it's wrong, I'm going to own up to it and say that, hey, you know, if I say something and it turns out to not to be right, you know, so I'm like, oh, that was wrong.
Yeah.
But you just got to keep growing and keep learning, because you can't be set in your ways and think that everything that you're doing is right, because it may be right at the time, but maybe, you know, the next week you're like, you know, that wasn't right. Now I'm going to do something else.
Oh yeah, I mean, like everyone's you
keep
still
growing.
Learn. It's
keep growing.
They're impressionable.
Yeah, we're all impressionable. The one thing I love about my son, like he'll have his phone and he'll go and watch YouTube videos and he'll play his Xbox games, but we'll always have a conversation. Like every time he'll ask me about something that he saw, or give me a question like, "What do you think about this, Dad?" And we can have an honest conversation. Like I know that he's not being steered wrong because I'm there with him.
But you're teaching him.
Yeah, I'm teaching him, and I'm just saying, like, hey, don't believe anything you see on there. If you have questions about anything, come to me. And we'll talk it out. Don't. Yeah. You know, I don't want you to think that whatever you hear on there is the truth. Because
I mean, see, that's good that you do that, because like
you have to
because I mean, I don't know if you guys seen that thing on Netflix, that social dilemma. Yeah. I mean, you know,
I had to rewatch it like twice, dude.
Why?
I don't know. It's for me, even with movies, right? Like I watch it and I'm just like really into it, right? So I'm missing certain things.
Yeah.
So when you rewatch it again, you're like, oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. That's like anything.
And I think, and for me, like going to that show, the reason why I bring it up is because you're saying that, and you know, the biggest part of that show that really hit me hard is the fact that, you know, these big platforms, social media platforms, these businesses, right? People don't realize, like it says on that show, like us as a human being, we're the product, you know?
Yeah.
They're not the social media platform is not the product anymore. They're using us as a person, as a human, as an individual, so that they can get money off of advertisements. And that's how we're the product. They're selling us to those companies.
Yeah.
As far as advertisement go. But my thing is, when they showed the kids, you know, the little girl in there, you know? And it goes back to what he was saying, like, if you're not a parent that's like, you know, watching your kid and you know, letting your kids know, like, hey, don't listen to everything they say, don't click on everything that pops up on all these different platforms. If your kids have this platform, and it shows, you know, how some kids can be, you know, they're just so into it, that they would. What in that show, she like breaks the glass, right? Yeah, because the mom locks it up in a little glass jar.
Their phone.
Yeah, and they have a code there. She broke it.
See, that's like you know, that's like for me, like from the islands, my family. That's like what white people do, you know, like you see Samoans. If we say, okay, everybody, give me your phone, I'm gonna put it in this. We're not gonna look at the phone until we finish dinner, okay? I mean, let the younger daughter go up there and break the glass, grab her phone. Oh, that'd be the last thing she did in a Samoan household.
Oh yeah,
it was like pop, 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 pop. Come over here, pat, 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 pat.
It'd be a gauntlet,
dude. It's but that little cookie jar phone safe thing. It's a real thing.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that thing existed.
Yeah,
I saw a video.
That's funny.
They
I mean, that's not funny, but it's so funny that's how far you have to take it.
Yeah, because the girl, the parents put her phone in there and she tried to take it out, but she was pressing buttons and she moved up her time from 2 hours to 2 days. So the thing doesn't unlock for 2 days.
Yeah.
Her entire world broke down. Like broke down because she didn't have her phone.
Yeah.
And I mean, like we said in our first pod, like first sesh, nowadays, like this is their lifeline.
And that's a bad thing too. Like, I remember somebody talking. I don't know if it was another podcast, but they were talking about how serious people are so attached to their phones. Like, when they forget their phones, they can't just forget about it and go out their day. Like back in the day when you didn't even have a phone and you still did your work, you still did whatever, and then came home and and then you do your thing.
Yeah.
Or when you just had a flip phone, you didn't really care. You never took it out unless it rang.
Unless it rang.
But now everything's on your phone.
Yeah.
It's so crazy that you can't even just go a day. Like, even if you just forgot it at home, you can't just go a day without it and come back and have it again. You know what I mean? Which is crazy because I could. I've left my phone here and I went to drill and was gone for a weekend and didn't have my phone. I was away from, I guess, the world, if you want to say.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, watching the show, do you know anybody personally that's like that? Because I can, like someone like on that TV show, Social Dilemma, where that girl is just constantly on her phone, or anybody who's just constantly on their phone, they can't live without their phone. Yes. Do you know anybody personally like that in your life? I mean, because I don't know anybody personally like that.
Yes.
Who's that?
Not saying names.
I mean, I can't really say yes or no to that because I know everybody around me needs their phone, but I've never tested the water to take their phone.
I just never seen that type of
and see them go
behavior.
crazy.
Like, how they make it so like over the top.
Well, I don't know. Have you ever tried to take someone's phone away from them and see how they react?
Yeah.
Who?
Our kids.
No, I'm sorry. But see, what my daughter, she doesn't have a phone, so I can't test my daughter.
Yeah. But
what I'm saying is, even just not a kid, even just take it from your wife.
Yeah, well, yeah, me and my wife's the same. We can go, I mean...
Are you sure?
Yeah, all day without it. Yeah, we do that every Saturday.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, next week, test it.
There's no need to test it. We rarely go on this phone. You can look at it. The only time we use it is for work, for the podcast, but when we're at home Saturday, Sunday, all we do is answer calls, but that's it. That's all the phone is used for, is just answering calls.
Yeah.
But we're old though. You can't.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is,
like with my daughter, like for her punishment would be to take her phone. Like that's the worst punishment for kids.
Yeah.
To take away their phones because there's like they can't do nothing now. But when we took it, she was fine. She was like 1 week.
No, but see,
here's the thing.
It doesn't have to be a kid though. Like test somebody. Is what I'm saying. Like we can't really say we don't know anyone unless we try.
I'm saying I don't know anybody that I see that on how they showed on TV, like always on their phone and doesn't really talk to people. It just shows that to me they just make it very dramatic, like how people are always on
I don't know,
phone.
dude, because like when I go to like even our gatherings now, when we're hanging out, everybody's like on their phone. What I'm saying is we need to try it. Like
phones, it's not only that they're on their phones because they're addicted to their phones. A lot of people go on their phones to avoid interaction sometimes.
But
like when you're at a party.
But that's the sad thing.
Yeah, when you're at a party, you go on your phone to not talk. You don't want to talk to anybody. You just look down at your phone. And sometimes, I'll tell you, to be honest, that sometimes I do that. I just look at my phone because I don't really want to talk to anybody at a party.
If you notice in that show, that's the way her daughter was. Yeah. Like she didn't care to talk to anyone.
But see, when me and my friends go out, if we're at a bar, like we haven't seen each other in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And if one of us sees each other, like the whole table on their phone, like, all right, guys, phone's on the center.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
Phone's in the center, I mean?
like
because we're here to see each other. We're here to talk to each other.
Yeah.
And if you pick up your phone, you're buying next round.
Yeah.
Like it.
So but that's what I'm saying. All the time, B.
No, but what I'm saying is, it's sad that we have to put stipulations like that on it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, like we're here. We haven't seen each other. Why are we on our phones?
But even like with some, like there's I've seen people with their kids at the dinner table with iPads or phones.
Yeah.
I've seen to where kids are, or parents, even parents, are on their phone and their kids are like doing their own thing. They're not having a conversation with them. They're not interacting with them. And this is out in public.
Yeah.
It's
maybe they're texting each other.
Bro, if you're texting your spouse or your kids, then your priorities are wrong.
Yeah,
your priorities need to be set straight. And it's kind of I had a conversation with Ashley about this, and it's as creators, like me, a photographer, or my friends that are creators or people in the media world, right? Sometimes we work on our iPad, sometimes we work on our phones, or we put our work or images on social media.
Yeah.
So I was telling her, I was like, I can only imagine what life would be like or business would still be like if we didn't have social media.
Yeah.
Because that's the main platform that all creators go to.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of that, look at our podcast. Like,
exactly.
I'm forever looking at the phone because I need to watch it. I need to follow it.
Numbers, everything,
Numbers,
right?
all that stuff.
How it's doing.
Yeah.
But
I lived through it, bro. I lived through that life.
But there's some people that they put their work up just for the likes.
Yeah.
You know, just for the likes or just for the interaction, the immediate satisfaction. And that's what Social Dilemma was saying, is that nowadays kids, they're doing it just for the like gratification.
Yep.
Or
that's what they're showing with that little girl.
Yeah.
You know,
because bullying, man, when we were growing up, okay, you're bullying me. Let's square up.
Yeah, for real.
Let's square up. Let's square up and let's take care of this.
Yeah.
Now they get bullied by one person.
Yeah.
Their entire following
by trolls.
Yeah, trolling.
Their entire following.
Cancel culture.
Is just
now you're not getting bullied by
it.
one or two people. You're getting bullied by hundreds of people.
Yes.
You know, cancel culture is a form of bullying too, I believe.
It's ridiculous.
What?
Cancel culture.
Cancel culture?
Yeah, it's a form of bullying. You know how if someone says something or does something that people don't agree with, then they cancel them. You never heard that before?
Yeah,
like you're canceled?
They cancel their career or they cancel their music.
Oh,
cancel.
Yeah.
They say they hashtag cancel so-and-so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's sad, right? Because a simple mistake or, you know, a misspeaking, you know, it can literally just...
I mean, look at Billy Bush.
Billy Bush.
Right? You guys never heard of him, right?
You saw my face. Oh,
yeah.
What?
He was a famous personality on TV who interviewed Donald Trump.
Oh, really?
He interviewed Donald Trump, and they were on the bus, and they thought that the cameras were off, the microphone was off. Yeah. He was the guy who was talking with President Trump.
Yeah.
So Trump, you know, he made that famous statement, just grab him by the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he said that, right? But look at Donald Trump. He's the president of the United States. And look at Billy Bush. You guys look at me blank because you guys don't know him. But he used to be on TV, but he got canceled. And why did he get canceled? Just for laughing at the president's joke.
Wow.
Yeah, that video came out. Yeah, he lost his job. Everybody was slamming him on social media. Oh, you know, how would you let that happen? But then, Trump, president, Billy Bush, canceled. So how did, how does the cancel culture work there? Like, they cancel Billy Bush, but the one who actually said it is the president of the United States. So cancel culture doesn't work. I think it's another form of bullying that people need to stop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
It's ridiculous.
I think it's hypocritical, you know?
Yeah.
Cancel culture, you know, like, come on, man. It works both ways, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
We're human beings, make mistakes. I mean, I don't know. But it's just my opinion.